and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am super duper excited to film this, as in sobra. Like, the past few days, parang, actually, kausap ko si Tony, sabi ko, babe, nawawalan ako ng fire, nawawalan ako ng drive. Pero, when I thought of doing this video, parang, nahatak ko yung fire within me. In today's video, I'm gonna be answering your questions. So this is like the part 2 of the parang adulting series natin. And sobrang na-appreciate ko yung feedback nyo. Yun yung mga type of video na more than the numbers, it's really your feedback that matters to me. And sobrang na-appreciate niyo yun. So sabi ko, sige, gawin na natin ang part 2. And a lot of you requested for a part 2, specifically talking about confidence, self-love, and insecurities, mga ganyan. May mga ibang adulting stuff pa rin na naligaw dun sa questions, and I'm super excited to answer them. I feel like in these types of videos, talaga ako nakaka-connect sa inyo. And while I answer your questions, I'm gonna be doing my updated everyday makeup. And that term, yung parang updated everyday makeup, yun yung mga type of content nung mga times na nagsisimula pa lang ako mag-YouTube. And naman lahat ng tao interested sa makeup videos ko. Pero makeup videos kasi for me, it feels home. Kasi it's where I started. And wala lang, masaya ako pag ginagawa ko siya. By the way, kung naalala nyo, when I went to Korea, di ba, nagpa-fillers ako sa under eye ko. I did that again here in the Philippines. Kaya, ayan, may mark pa nung injection, tsaka may pasa dito. So, ayun. Anyway, kung gusto niyo makipag-chikahan with me, then you can grab a snack and sit down with me and continue watching the video. Sobrang tahing-tahi ko siya. Ito baka hindi masyadong tahi kasi grabe, ang dami yung questions. Tapos, like, iba-iba talaga siya. So, let's just see kung saan tayo dadalhin nitong mga questions na to. Okay, so first question is, ang daming ganitong question. How do I deal with people who don't like me? How do I deal with friends who talk behind my back? So first step is to acknowledge that not everyone will like you. Like, you're not everyone's cup of tea. And I super get that, especially in the industry where I am. So first, you have to accept that you cannot please everyone, and it's totally okay. Pangalawa, itong mga tao na hindi ka gusto, ng mga nagsasabi ng mga kung ano-ano about you, nagmamatter ba sila sa buhay mo? You have to identify the people who will take space in your mind, in your heart, and in your life. So, if they're not that important and they don't like you, it's not supposed to matter. So, yung kinoconceal ko lang talaga under eye ko, tas yung sides ng mouth ko, where I have discoloration. Kaya nagpipeek through pa yung pasa ko, pero carry bells na yan. How to stop overthinking and to maintain inner peace. I cannot blame you for overthinking, because if there's one thing that I am an overthinker. Like, to the point na wala pa yung dapat kong problemahin in front of me, I'm already thinking ahead. I'm already thinking of the worst case scenario. And I cannot blame you for that. Maybe that's because of an old trauma, or that's because of something you have experienced in the past. For me, I really take it one day at a time. Before, I used to think ahead. Like, don't get me wrong, planning is okay. Like, planning your days is super okay and helpful. Pero for me kasi, it's one day at a time. So, ano yung mga kailangan ko today? Ano yung mga plans na nakaset ko for today? Kapag hindi pa siya for today, then I don't think about it yet. Because it's not yet in front of me, and it's just gonna mess up my mood and my focus on the things that I have to deal with. For me, when it comes to protecting your inner peace, parang babagsak pa rin siya na kung ano yung mga nagmamatter sa'yo. List down the things na nagmamatter sa life mo. Pag may na-encounter ka na something bad, you go back to your list. Is it part of my list? Will this affect me in the next 5 years? Will this affect my work? Will this affect my ganito, my ganyan? If it's not part of the list, then you let go. And that's how you protect your peace. Ako, I protect my inner peace by limiting what I see. It's super duper important. Kasi pag wala kang peace within you, everything is a mess. Your head is a mess. So don't feel sorry for however you want to protect your inner peace. Because girl, you should be taking care of that. In adulting stage, is it normal to be contented on having just a small circle of friends? Totally. Quality more than quantity. But as I grow older, I just have a small circle of friends and it's sila Chelsea and I'm super okay with that. Kasi syempre pag tumatanda ka, nag-iiba-iba na kayo ng priorities and kapag tumatanda kayo, nakikita mo na yung principles ng ibang tao. And for me, I can be friends with someone na magkaiba kami ng political views, ng views when it comes to religion, pero pag magkaiba tayo dun sa parang basic, like being kind to other people, how you treat other people, how you value life and all those, if yung mga basic na yun, we don't share the same thing, I cannot be friends with you. Hindi ko kayang makipagplastikan in front of you. I don't think I'm always right. Pero like yung mga basic lang. Okay, next I'm gonna do my brows and I'm super excited guys to share this with you. Ang daming products but dalawa yung sobrang in love ako. But these products are from Strokes. The creator of this brand is like an expert when it comes to microblading. So, super perfect nung line kasi yun yung line ng expertise nila. And what I super love is their brow colorist. It's like a tinted brow gel. Parang pen, yung parang K palette. As you grow older, how do you deal with the pressure and expectations of your parents? I think communicating with your parents is really the first step. When I graduated from college, my parents expected me to work, like, alam mo yun, office work, corporate job, ganyan. But it's not something that I want to do. And during that time, I was starting na sa YouTube, and I had to talk to them na if I quit doing this now and if I do corporate job, the moment I go back to YouTube, wala na akong babalikan. Because in this industry, timing is super important. Timing and consistency is super important. So, at first, medyo hindi yun naiintindihan ng parents ko. And I think that's life for us na parang there will be a lot of times na we'll choose something for ourselves and not everyone will be on our side and not everyone will understand. But you just have to prove yourself to them. I'm not saying you have to prove yourself to everybody, but like to those people that matter. Like for me, it was my parents. I needed to prove something sa parents ko para maintindihan nila na, oh yeah, what she's doing is yung tama for her and what she really likes. Hello, Hihi. How do you wear bikinis? Like, do you do Brazilian? Down there. When I was in college, I started doing Brazilian and it hurts. It hurts. It really hurts. Masakit siya, sis. And kung may isasuggest ako sa inyo, mag-try kayo mag-Brazilian and then after nyo mag-waxing, pwede na kayo magpa-laser para like darating yung time na you're free down there, you are clear down there. Pero kasi ako, guys, mababa talaga yung pain tolerance ko. So, what I usually do is I cut lang, ganyan. And then I shave the outer side. Pero to be honest, shaving is bad. Don't do shaving kasi mas prone ka sa ingrown, mas prone ka sa chicken skin, and sobrang kate niya when it's already growing. But the thing is, sobrang baba talaga ng pain tolerance ko. And I'm still, you know, iniipon ko pa yung courage para makapagpa-laser ko. Kasi guys, masakit siya, masakit. Make me a non, please. So, okay, we're not showing anyone's name naman, promise. Is it really a requirement to give to your parents when you are earning already? For me kasi, if you can, is it really a requirement? I don't think there's such thing as requirement. Alam mo yun, parang wala namang law ang nagsasabi sa'yo na kapag ikaw na isang anak nag-earn ka na, kailangan mo magbigay sa parents mo. But it's more of giving back. You know, we won't be in the position where we are now without our parents. So, there's nothing wrong with giving back. Sa amin kasi parang voluntary siya. Like, for example, when we travel, kaming magkakapatid, we take turns in like paying the dinner. So, okay, day 1 ako, day 2 si Kuya, day 3 si Diko, and then, uulit na naman na ganun. And then, I guess, babagsak siya sa willingness mo. So, willingness mong magbigay. And I feel like this question will sum up all of the other questions about insecurities. So, she asked, Hi, Ate Rei, what is your biggest insecurities? If there's any, and how do you overcome it? So, yes, of course. I am insecure about a lot of things, especially in the past. I grew up as a kid na maitim, Kasi magala akong tao. I was really dark and I had super duper curly hair. And nung mga time na yun, nung mga bata tayo, di ba yung magaganda lang yung maputi, yung mahaba yung hair na super straight. Since I have skin asthma, ang dami kong sugat-sugat sa katawan. Also, kasi I grew up comparing myself, I guess, to my cousins. Kasi my cousins nun, they grew up in Manila, and then they go to, like, Ateneo, LaSalle, UP, and those schools. And, yun, I grew up comparing myself to a lot of people, and it didn't help at all. As in, it didn't help at all. Kasi hanggang nandun ka sa stage na yon na when you look in the mirror tapos hindi mo gusto yung nakikita mo, you won't be able to overcome it. Kasi that's really the first step. It is embracing your flaws. It sounds so freaking cliche, but yun talaga eh. Pag dumating ka na sa point na you love what you see in the mirror, no one can take that from you eh. It takes time, guys. It takes time. Hindi ko pwede sabihin sa inyo na embrace your flaws and then the next day you are already doing it. It's not like that. Healing takes time. Self-love takes time. And surrounding yourself with a positive energy will really help you. Kasi for example, you're in the process of loving your body, loving yourself, pero yung friends mo naman, sobrang mga negative na kung ano-ano yung fini-feed sa'yo, it won't help. Lagi ko sinasabi na you cannot be pretty like her, but you can be pretty like you. Since sobrang iba-iba talaga tayo. Lahat tayo may different charm, lahat tayo may different things to offer. So, you have to stop comparing yourself to other people because it is not healthy. Okay, still talking about money. How do you manage your expenses? Do you still ask some money from your parents? Ever since second year college, wala na akong hiningi sa parents ko. All of my travels, all of my luho, my bags, the renovation of my room, lahat ako nagbabayad. I'm obsessing over this, itong beachy color snap ng Colorette. As in, minsan nga, ito lang yung sinusuot ko sa face ko. Ito yung parang medyo may pagka-peachy nila na color. Pero ang dami nilang shades. I have all the shades. I just love it. How do you deal with people na parang decided nang ma-misunderstand ka palagi? I love this question because I encounter like hundreds of people like that in my life. Like their head is already clouded with ideas about you na might not be true. Or maybe yung mga sinasabi ng ibang tao about you. And it's super duper hard to communicate with people na sobrang close na yung mind nila. They don't listen to you to understand you, but they just listen to you para lang may comeback sila, para lang may masabi sila, or para may pang-rebuttal sila. So, to me, I don't engage with people like that. May mga iba kasing tao na gusto lang nilang magkamali ka. Hinihintay ka lang nilang magkamali. They're watching you. They're like a 24/7 CCTV and waiting for you to do one thing wrong, and then they're gonna use that against you. And you know what? Those type of people, they're not worth it. They are very, very toxic. They don't like seeing people happy. They don't like seeing people succeed. And I just simply don't engage with people like them. Oh, how can you say that you love yourself? For me, it's when you can already prioritize yourself. And it's as simple as when you already love what you see in the mirror. Like you can look at her and you can tell her that you are beautiful. I love every inch of you. You are not perfect, but I love every inch of you. That's when you can say you already love yourself. And for me, super important when you have already forgiven yourself. Sometimes we feel like we don't deserve the good things in life just because of the bad decisions we have done and we have made in the past. I've done things in the past that I'm not proud of. I did things to harm myself in the past. And I used to hate myself for that. But dumating na rin ako sa point na parang, okay, I forgive you. So yeah, those are like, I guess, the signs na you already love yourself. When you have forgiven yourself from your past mistakes, when you already love the picture you see in the mirror, and when you can already prioritize yourself, and when you don't feel sorry for how you protect yourself. Kailangan ko na ng bagong curler. Sobrang tagal na nitong mura na to sa akin. So for mascara, gagamitin ko si Kill Lash ko. I've been using this non-stop also. Yung kay Cleo. Recommended to by Ate Rai. Ooh! How to accept or cope up with fallbacks and rejections. May mga iba-ibang type of rejection sa buhay natin. Minsan deserve mo siya. Like for example, ako, I failed my college entrance exams. In my head, deserve ko yun kasi hindi ako nag-aral. Di ako nag-prepare, I wasn't responsible, I wanted to go to this school but I missed my entrance exam twice because I was drunk the night before. So parang, sis, deserve mo yon talaga. Hindi ka nag-prepare. So I learned from them na parang, okay, if I want something, then I have to work hard for it. Pero yung mga rejections na feeling mo, ginawa mo na talaga yung lahat, pero hindi pa rin binigay sa'yo ng universe, maybe it's God's way of telling you na this is not for you, maybe you dodged a bullet. Ito yung way ng universe to prepare you for what is really meant for you. It's really hard for me to forgive someone. Ano po ba dapat gawin? It takes time eh. It really takes time, and you're not supposed to blame yourself for not being able to forgive just yet. Pero you know what? You should know that forgiveness is not something you only give to the person who did you wrong, but it's also something you give to yourself. It's like, when you forgive someone, you let go of that anger, you let go of that mabigat na feeling in your heart. I just really believe that people deserve chances. People change, and I feel like we should give that second chance to everybody. How would you handle a difficult person at work? Ang hirap eh, kasi ako palaban akong tao. Parang, pag alam kong tama ako, hindi talaga ako nagpapatalo. Although, there are times that you should be the bigger person, you know? Pero you know what? Try to be the bigger person every time. Just do your best. Basta alam mo na tama yung ginagawa mo. Lagi yung balancing eh. Life is all about the balance. So, parang, okay, try to be the bigger person. Pero, pag dumating na yung time na inaapakan ka na, bitch! You really stand up for yourself and like, harapin mo siya na parang, ano bang ginagawa ko sa'yo? I'm doing my job. I'm submitting everything that I have to. Anong trip mo? Gusto mo lang pahirapan ako for your entertainment? Dude, that's not right. So, yun. Balance. That's my problem. I'm using Squad na lipstick in the shade Headstrong. As a student before, do you think that working so hard is a bad thing? No, there's nothing wrong with working hard. There's nothing wrong with hustling. Basta healthy pa rin siya for your physical and mental health. Kasi ako nakita ko yun sa sister ko na she works so hard na sometimes sobrang nasa-stress na siya. I look up to everyone who hustles so hard, who works so hard to make their dreams come true. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes ako feeling ko nag-overwork din ako. I feel like resigning, what could be the best sign? Yung sign ni Mimi, yung mag-resign ka na, ganun. No, feeling ko kasi if the workspace is not healthy for you anymore, kapag feeling mo wala nang space for growth, kapag ka very toxic na yung mga tao, yung workflow, hindi na siya healthy for you physically and mentally, that's a sign na you leave. And especially, number one for me is pag di ka na masaya. Like, pag di ka na masaya, pag hindi na fulfilling yung ginagawa mo sa space mo, then you let go and find that space where you can grow, where you can execute your plans and show your talent. And this is something I don't usually talk about in my channel, and never ko pa talaga napag-usapan sa channel ko. But she asked me, is it okay if I am not a virgin anymore? If you feel like you have given it to the wrong person, if you have done it with the wrong person, like what I said, we do stupid things, we do wrong things, but the important thing is we learn from them and remember that your worth is not measured by your virginity. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video dito sa last question, na message to all the people who's having a hard time to love themselves. Don't rush it, you will get there. You are worthy of the love you're supposed to give to yourself. Remember that if you do not love yourself, it will be hard for you to give out that love as well. And it will be hard for you to recognize all the people who actually love you kapag hindi mo pa na-accept and nalalove yung sarili mo. So, take your time. You are worth it. And you will get there. So, yun. I hope that this video is helpful, entertaining in a way. I'm not sure kung marami ako nasagot. I'm not sure kung valuable ba yung mga sagot ko. Yung last video kasi parang napili ko na yung questions eh. So parang in a way, alam ko na yung sasabihin ko. This time parang it is super spontaneous na parang okay, kung ano makita ko na gustong sagutin, yung sasagutin ko. So, hindi ko alam kung yung thoughts ko, parang yung train of thought ko nawawala. Sana helpful pa rin tong video na to, and I hope you appreciate it. I cannot wait for you guys to see the reveal of the room either by Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Basta yung end of this week. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of the products I use on my face will be linked down below, and I will see you at my next one. Bye guys!